You know what? Hello, welcome to R&R, where bad media from the past needs a beating. You know what? I finally got something to sum up about Digimon. It's one of those creepy shows that never makes any fucking sense. Not only that, another title related to it doesn't make any fucking sense. So fuck Digimon, fuck everything with it! And you know what, to put this one thing straight, let me tear it into your ass what basically brought on the whole thing in the first place. I'm talking about Pokemon. Let's tear up Pokemon. Let's tear up a game. Let's tear up the terrible games that went along with it this time. This game's plot is fucking retarded. Just as it is in the show, little effort is put into writing this. Of course, as you all know, this is a world that's inhabited by creatures called Pokemon. They actually fight these things. Yeah, it just may be another promotion for cockfighting. It's like as if it's saying, hey kids, animal abuse is fun! Okay, so we see this old bastard called Professor Oak who studies Pokemon, and we get introduced to our two main characters who are Pokemon trainers. Yeah, kids like to train for blood sports in this game, people. Get used to it. Yeah, I just like how you can actually name your characters in these older games. Yeah, so we have Ash. Yeah, Ash. I like to make fun of him because let's pick something more appropriate. How about asswipe? Yeah, he looks like an asswipe to me. No, Gary won't do. How about gay fag will do? So we start off with asswipe in his room, or Ash. And what I think is probably the worst color palette imaginable in a Game Boy Color game. Yeah, I know this is a Game Boy Color, it takes no advantage of it. I mean, it's all full of blue and grays and with blacks and whites. Only like 4 to 3 colors used in a single screenshot at a time. It's so eye-blinding to even look at this. Surprised it doesn't even kill any epileptic kids. Yeah, so gay fag is down in his grandpa's lab, which is Professor Oak. It just really bugs me why people are just so obsessed and overstudying things that are just so common that we see in everyday life. And he just is standing there like he's guarding over a Pokeball or something. And you can't pick it up, you just have to go through the marshes until Professor Oak appears. And out of sheer luck, a Pikachu appears and he just grabs it for you. And yet later on when you revisit those marshes, you find much weaker Pokemon in there than this Pikachu. Yeah, I just had to choose the right moment for something this rare to happen. Ooh, but that's not the only retarded thing about them, is it? In fact, you know how Digimon speak perfectly good English? Well, unlike Digimon, this time, they only say their names. I'm dead serious. So you get back to the lab where you actually get to name your Pokemon throughout the entire game. And I do not like Pikachu, so let's pick something more appropriate. Yeah, he has a Thunderbolt tail, and it looks like a Thunderbolt coming out of his ass. So you know what? I'm gonna name him Anal Bolt. Yeah, that sounds great. Yeah, so he takes Anal Bolt with him, and he just follows him everywhere into the next town. And you go to the store apparently, and the shopkeeper just gives you a pen and he tells you to give it back to Professor Oak before he can even buy anything. How fucking lame is that? I mean, so you have to now rush back to Professor Oak through the marshes again and give him the pen before he can actually progress through the game. Yeah, and the only place to heal your Pokemon after they die is Nurse Joy, this cheap bitch. Kinda reminds me of that reviving system they have in Quest 64. Yeah, so you basically are not able to revive them with potions. You actually have to go back to her. All the way back to the dungeon. This is one of my biggest RPG pet peeves right here. Yeah, so this is sort of played out like an RPG. Which is where I'll explain the broken ass combat system that plagues this game. Guys only have a list of 4 moves. They don't even tell you and yet there's no description on what they're supposed to do. You just have to take a logical guess. I mean, there's no percentages or anything like that to actually tell you how effective they are. So you just have to take a logical guess. As you can see, by each Pokemon there's only an HP bar. And yet you'd think that there's no MP or magic limit or something like that, because you'll automatically think that the magic uses are unlimited. But no! Sometimes you don't have enough PP for that move. I think it stands for Pokemon points, or you know what I think it should stand for? Piss points. Yeah, because there's no meter to tell you how much PP you have, or power points you have. So I just say, this is worthless. Let's just call them piss points. Sound weird, but it's just used as a metaphor to tell people how pointless this game is. So as you guess, this is entirely based. And since it's one-on-one, it makes it one of the most redundant RPG experiences imaginable. One of the most repetitive. I think this is more triggered for the autistic gamer. And yet they try to make it as challenging as possible, and yet they fail. Even when I was a kid, my game was on autopilot for this. Is it really supposed to be hard? I don't know. This game is hard. There's this boss fight who has a Pokemon who is breathing fire and throws weapons made of fire. Oh no! He's throwing fire! What kind of elements to use? A fire Pokemon? No! That's not it! This game is about catching them all, right? Wrong! You are only limited to have 6 Pokemon at a time. It totally defeats the purpose of what it's saying. Gotta catch them all. Wanna catch them all? Are they trying to be an animal hoarder or something? So if you go through mazes in between towns, you actually run into some Pokemon trainers who actually want to keep challenging. And from what I can tell, they spend all day, every day, just standing in the middle of a forest, just waiting for another trainer to challenge them. I mean, who would do that? Do they get paid to stand there? What motivates them to stand there instead of just train their Pokemon just random places? Do they even take lunch breaks? Do they have to bring out their own personal bedpan if they have to go to the bathroom or something? Ew. Speaking of the trainers that just stay in the woods all day and never move, yeah, apparently there's other NPCs that block certain paths until you fight a trainer in one of those gyms. And yet there's more trainers that just bounce the fuck out of nowhere to actually force you to fight them. Now kids will probably think I'm going way too over my head thinking this is a promotion for Bloodsport. You know, idiots will probably be like, yeah, oh I like Pokemon, I like this game, it's cool. Well look inside! Open your eyes and look at reality. This is what's been fucking up your mind for so many years.